How to command respect using fashion. This is a very big problem in our society, with 99% of people failing their personal brands. Plus, this is an issue that everyone deals with every single day. Grad jobs, trying to get an interview, trying to become an influencer, Instagram, TikTok. And the only issue is probably the fashion aspect, the appearance. And I'm here to teach you the secret language of fashion and how to use it, making it much easier for you to get all these jobs and also bulge your personal brand. So first, let's get into what is a personal brand. And a personal brand is your skills, your experiences, and your values into one body. And based on that, that's what people perceive you as. And that's offline and online. So now that we've got that definition out of the way, when you walk into the room, the first 2 seconds of meeting someone, before you take a single word, your clothes are the only thing that are talking. And the last thing people are actually seeing in you is your actual vocal words. So when we do look at percentages, 55 is visual, 38% is tone, and 7% is actual words. So if you nail the first 55%, people will just subconsciously think that you'll nail the 45 other percent. This is caused because our brain has evolved from making snap judgments of survival. Now let's put this into retrospective now. So when we start off with Central Cee, and the beginning of his career, obviously his fashion's developed from tech fleeces to obviously quarter zips. So Central Cee typically wears streetwear to high-end fashion. So when you do see Central Cee for the first 2 seconds, you think of Joe Rapper, you think of streetwear, you think of, value lifestyle. Because of his streetwear aesthetic and his high value fashion aesthetic lifestyle, the brain feels a cognitive ease. So what you pick up on this is Central Cee being authentic to the user or to his target audience, meaning they follow, like, share, repost. And obviously this is one of the main factors of how Central Cee built up his brand image. As Central Cee would say, it's 80% marketing or the package and 20% rapping ability, with his net worth being valued between 6 million and 10 million now. And the next 4 concepts I'm going to talk about, you need to mix it with the first concept. So the first concept is in-group signaling. This is what you wear to tell the world which tribe you belong to. So in the first 2 seconds, what you associate with the person is if they're either your ally or your enemy. So obviously the brain thinks, am I like you or am I not like you? So within your niche or within your personal brand, you can either become a follower or a leader, as I would say. A leader in terms of signal. So whatever you wear, people will just follow you because you are the leader. For instance, Central Cee, he's wearing puffer coats, he's wearing tech fleeces. He changed the whole game in the UK and everyone started following him, wearing tech fleeces, puffer coats, and whatever trend he hopped on. So like the 95. And this clothing signal of what he's wearing and his appearance, this is the core audience that he's trying to attract. And now the next concept I'm going to show you that you can merge with every single concept is cost signaling, showing status through power pieces. So Travis Scott, another artist, he uses power pieces. What Travis usually does is he wear chrome heart jeans, 1 of 1 Jordan 1s, 1 of 1 Jordan X Chroma Heart X Travis Scott collab. And what this signals to the brain that he can get what you can't get, showing he's a leader. Just building upon that as well, that just shows that he is the culture. He is the first mover as well. And that's why we see mosh pits, because he's built a cult-based fan base. So the next concepts that I want to include into this video, that you need to include with every single concept, that even the next concept that I speak about, is mere exposure. So the brain is always seeing patterns, and consistency builds trust. I just wanted to stop the video and just, make sure everyone comments, and I'll reply back of what you guys think of the video and what I should improve on it. So for instance, J. Cole, you'll always see him visually not wearing flashy stuff. He'll wear a black t-shirt, white t-shirt, maybe with a little Palace logo, but he won't go all out. I've not seen him go all out ever. And he literally got kicked out of Tesla because he looked like a normal person. Now, why this is so powerful is because obviously you build trust and you're very authentic to the user. And I think that's why you stand out, because obviously you're consistent. You're not wearing chains. You're not being flashy. You're just obviously building the same following. That's the same with every single, concept right here. Like Travis, he's always obviously wearing the same stuff. Central Cee, he's wearing the same stuff as well. Like, they don't really break out a character unless they're in a different environment, but normal situations, they'll be wearing the same stuff. And the next concept I want to include is the Van Restroff effect. So this is the exact opposite. Rather than being remembered for your consistency, being remembered for standing out. For example, Kanye West, he just doesn't wear clothes. He is actual vision. And with Kanye and his fashion, the first thing that I recognized was the iconic photo with his Goyard with Virgil Abloh and Farish Passion Week. Obviously now Goyard is the most replicated bag now, and he is the first mover 10 years down the line. When you do think about Yeezy foam runners, they got a lot of hate. Yeezy, slides, all his, Yeezy collection, type of like foam collection. And with Yeezy season as well, not everyone liked the baggy fit, not everyone liked the neutral tones. Everyone criticized him a lot. And now around 10 years down the line, everyone's wearing baggy fits, everyone's wearing, foam, slides, Crocs, X, Y, and Z. And when you do look at his cult-like following, That's where it comes from. First innovator, first mover, 10 years ahead of the line. And when you do stand out from Kanye, you obviously be remembered. You obviously shape the industry. And that's what Kanye's probably done right now. He shaped the industry where every single fashion brand now is obviously pumping out silhouettes like his, baggy, he's doing something different. Obviously, everyone's on neutral colors, beige tones as well. But yeah, like obviously now we're seeing other artists and other personal brands obviously shaping it towards what he's doing, not the big logos, silhouettes and shapes. And another figure I would use is Playboy Kanye with that all black opium aesthetic. With him wearing obviously chrome hearts and Rick Owens, obviously everyone started jumping on the trend now. And with him doing fashion, events for Virgil Abloh, like I feel like a lot of people have started getting onto the underground type of distress, type of black neutral tones now, even with the UK underground blow up as well. So now I've given you examples on all the concepts that you can use within the video as well. Now let's apply it to your life. So in the sense of, let's just say you're trying to get into a job role, you should look at other people, obviously in the influencer sector or whoever in the role, obviously what they generally wear. So that could be included as like, if you're going for an interview at Deloitte or an interview at a finance company, you obviously dress with a suit or quarter zip. Obviously, it's about group signaling. So when they look at you, they think you're an ally instead of an enemy. Or you're trying to build an actual personal brand with YouTube or obviously influencing. You want to make sure you're obviously authentic. Maybe you want to connect, or maybe you want to be a little bit different as well. But that just comes down to what you want to do and what obviously your audience wants to see in the first, 0 to 2 seconds. Either way, you still want to research of what pieces you want to get. Obviously, you want to see a price range of what piece you want to get after when you found out what you want to do. If you want to be consistent, if you want to be an outlier to, your audience. But most important thing is researching in clothing. Maybe check on, Selfridges, Zara. Obviously start off small and then build up the branding. It doesn't need to be expensive. This new era of fashion we've shifted to, obviously you can go for the big logos and big brands, but obviously you can go for the simple brands because consistency builds character, consistency builds trust. And with all these concepts, you can obviously weave it and do whatever you want because obviously one concept can rely on another concept. So just like group signaling, you need to obviously do mere exposure. So you can obviously create a personal brand that's authentic, but also within your people, within your audience as well, so they can connect even more. Now that you've got all the concepts down, let's look into another perspective. So let's just say you're selling something or you're obviously in a profession or in a niche. Let's just say you're a doctor and you're selling obviously private healthcare. You could either be an outlier, you could wear something ridiculous and sell your course even better because obviously you stand out from the crowd, or you can obviously wear a lab coat and be professional and obviously push it that way because obviously consistency without the niche, you see more people wearing lab coats and more professional fits. But that's how you stop fashion from killing your personal brand.